Hello, everyone. I'm Jacob Morris. I'm some guy playing chess. Um, got a mic, so that's good. I know my audio's been bad. Should be a little bit better now. We've been on a quest to win two games in a row. This is my third attempt, so I haven't done it yet. So cross your fingers. It's just kind of how it goes that I lose about 50% of my games because I'm playing against people on the same level. So we get a game. I'm doing a little longer time rating because I seem to be losing on time lately, and I'm getting used to talking while I play. Okay, so this guy has a slightly lower rating than me, so I should feel I'm going to try not to take that information in. I'm going to try not to get overly confident. Um, I mean, we are talking about 11 points difference in rating, and that is so we're on the same level. Either one of us could win here. Okay, he's done some pretty standard moves so far, and so have I. I always do the London. Okay. Now the typical move here is to drop the bishop back. That way, when I recapture with the pawn, I have an open file on his towards his king. Huh. Okay. Maybe the best move is the bishop now. I mean, in London, usually the order doesn't matter very much. That's why I play it. Easy to play, so nothing remarkable has happened yet. Wonder where my opponent's from. It doesn't tell me. Okay. And remarkable, I feel like I've been moving really fast, and my opponent, up until now, has had more time than me. So they've been moving even faster, but they're taking a little bit of time on this move, almost as if their only plan was to castle. And now that that's done, they don't know what to do. Uh, they could be wondering about this capture. Oh, interesting. They slide the rook over to the e file. And that's probably an indication that they want to go here. And I got to be careful that I don't get the fork between the bishop and the knight. But if they do move forward, I can just capture. That's fine. You know, though, it may be worth advancing my knight. I don't know. Am I playing their game too much to just get my pieces developed? Let's think about this for a second. I got a second. Okay. So he advances, and I take with my pawn. And he'll recapture either with the rook or the bishop. It's going to be the bishop. And then I recapture with my bishop, and he recaptures with his rook. So it's like everything's gone. He's got a well-developed rook. So I don't love it. I don't see too much bad coming from me just stopping that pawn coming forward. They say the knight is the best blockader. So I wonder what else I could do to get better besides playing games. I mean, there's reading books, there's doing puzzles. My puzzle game's good. Uh, at least on some of my accounts, my puzzle rating is much higher than my game rating. So I don't feel like puzzles are helping me that much. Okay, he took. I wasn't expecting that. I'm tempted to take with the pawn. Of course, that messes up my pawn structure, but it kicks this knight, and this knight is always a key defender. But I'm just OCD about pawn structure. So I gotta really be compelled to mess up my pawn structure. I was not expecting him to take. I'm surprised by that. Okay, so this bishop is blocked in, obviously. So I expect him to fianchetto. We got that knight. Usually when that knight comes out, it's time to push the C pawn. Just make it so it can't come any further. Uh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, so I no longer have the two bishops. I didn't see that coming. Now I'll kick out that knight and mess up my pawn structure. I was thinking about it before, so it's not the end of the world. And I guess I'll defend that pawn with another pawn. Hmm. I still like castling kingside. This gives me the ability to lift my rook, and that's looking good. Do I love this? I mean, it's not great pawn structure, but like this pattern, this pawn pattern, it's not so easy. Like I wouldn't consider these pawns weak. Okay, he goes out there. What's his plan? What's his plan? Well, this knight has nowhere to go to. Maybe him. The queen hasn't got much to go to. I mean, this pawn is doing good. I'm actually not unhappy. Well, it looks like time to castle, right? It's between knight and castling, and probably there's not that big of a difference. So why sweat it? Do I think I'm winning so far? I do, but I usually do think I'm winning until I'm losing. Uh, until I know I'm losing. Okay, now I could bring the queen out and go for an attack on that pawn, but what's the point? He'll just push the pawn forward. Although some would say getting him to push that pawn out is a victory. Okay, now I like that he's moving his bishop, that he's not developing his bishop. This is good. Just keep moving that knight around, buddy. Obviously, what I'd like to do, I don't really want to trade a bishop for a knight, but he's attacking this pawn. I guess maybe a good move is just defend the pawn because at the same time I will be attacking h7. So I don't hate it, and then next move I can develop the knight. Crap. Why didn't I look at that? Well, I can't even get my check in. Darn it all. Darn it all. I've gone down the exchange. Those, I don't know why I missed that. I am not playing good. I mean, in certain conditions, I can see knight checks, knight forks 100 miles away, but I just get blinded to what I'm doing. I wonder if I can narrow in on why I didn't see that. I mean, I should have realized that this was a fork between two undefended pawns. For some reason, I only looked at one. I saw an undefended pawn. I assumed that was his purpose in moving. So I need to remember to look more. Now, I typically quit pretty fast. I mean, I'm here to enjoy chess, and playing when you're way behind is not fun for me. However, I won't usually quit when I'm down in exchange. It's almost an advantage sometimes to be down the exchange. A lot of times you have more activity going. It's only a disadvantage when you get into the end game, so there's not really a reason to give up yet. Okay, now let me think about his move. You can't go there. Can't go there. Can't go there. Can't go there. So he's probably not going that way. Can't go there. He could go. Nope. This queen doesn't have any more moves. So it's probably just developing. Okay. Dream place for my knight would be right there. Dream place for my rook would be right here, and I want my king there. So what do I care about most? Apparently, Capablanca would say move your least active piece. We also have an undefended bishop, and that's not necessarily good. And I could also think about that h7 pawn attack. Of course, this is all defended now, so that's one point of what he's done. Okay. I'm gonna get the knight a little closer to his goal, and that will enable the rook to defend the bishop. So that's something. I'm tempted to move the knight one more time before moving the rook, but it would be against my style. I see I need to move faster. So I'll stop evaluating so much. My next move will be the knight. Ah, interesting pawn events. Maybe this guy's running out of moves. Okay, I'm gonna go knight next if he doesn't do anything threatening. Oh, that was the point of the pawn advance. Well, that enables me to attack that h7 pawn, just like I've been wanting to do this whole time, even though it doesn't do much. Supposedly, moving one of these pawns is weakening. Oh, that's interesting. I could move the queen here first and then move the knight. That actually looks pretty threatening. I wouldn't want him to do it to me. I don't see any threat he has. This pawn is doing great work for us. I could win, guys. Come back from losing that exchange would be sweet. I could win. Okay, let me think about what I think his move will be. He can, uh-huh. Somehow I thought that would be it. Now I did defend this bishop, and they say if you can ignore your opponent's threat, do that. I don't see he has any threats after I capture with the rook, so I'm going to go with my battle plan. He does have a check, and then I am forced not to ignore him. But what's he got after that? That queen can't come in. It's his only active piece. See, right now, my knight is doing a lot more than his rooks. And that's true until more pawns are gone. So it's like I gotta take advantage of being down the exchange while I can. Now he's thinking, oh crap. Ugh, he has pinned my rook to the king. Now, obviously, the defense is just come defend with the rook, but I'll get me a sweet, sweet pawn in the meantime. Or what? Is it checkmate? It is. I have won. You guys didn't think I was going to win when I went down the exchange, right? And oh, not rematch. Let's do new opponent. Really, it's an interesting game. I guess I should analyze it. Maybe I'll do that later. It's an interesting game because it's almost like going down the exchange is what enabled me to win. Okay, he's doing Queen's Pawn opening. I do what I always do. I respond with the Slav defense, I believe it's called. Or what I'm really doing is just Karo Khan moves. Same moves. Okay, he doesn't defend that pawn. And it's not like I think I am going to be able to hold on to my capturing pawn, but maybe I can. I'm not going to try that hard. But I don't think that's right. I think he is supposed to defend his pawn somehow. What do I know? So the Caro-Kann moves have already done us well. Okay, he's bearing down there. Well, if he wants to make that sacrifice, he can. I obviously like to get my bishop out before I move this pawn forward. So, get it out. I wonder why he didn't defend that pawn. Did he just not see it? Okay, now this is technically a free pawn because I'm attacking it twice and it's only defended once. Uh, so I guess I'll take it. Why is this boy giving me free pawns? We're off to a good start, but I need to not get cocky. Huh. Okay, this is interesting. My instinct is to just capture. Then I've cashed in this pawn for a pawn. I don't have to worry about this loose pawn anymore. He has to retake with the knight, then the knight will be pinned. It seems good to me. Call me crazy. He's, yeah, okay. Got a pin knight. I'm up two pawns. I'm not hating this yet. Okay, now I can push this pawn forward. And so he can't do that crazy sacrifice. Or I guess the threat would be he might move. Okay, up pawns. Do I trade a bishop for a knight? I'm gonna say no. I don't think I do that. I think my bishop is still more valuable. I think he hasn't got a good way to kick my bishop away since he's missing a pawn. I think me moving back is annoying for him, and it's good to annoy your opponent. I'm eyeing down this pawn. I mean, it's silly for me to eye that down. Sometimes I just like see something I want to do and I get fixated. I should let it go because obviously, if I move my queen to b6, he's just going to move that pawn forward. So I don't know why I'm looking at it unless I want him to move that pawn forward. Ooh, oh, I don't agree with that move. I've got to figure out how to take advantage of this because he moved, these pawns are gone. So he castled his king into very little safety. I mean, it seems like I should just let my queen go wreak havoc, no? He probably did it to guard the bishop so he can do something with his queen. Ugh. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna lift the queen for now. I know that's maybe wrong, but I feel like if he moves into such an unprotected place, I gotta respond somehow. Can't just do normal moves. Like if this queen gets here, it's pretty uncomfortable. That would win a knight on the spot. Okay. He moves there, so he agrees that it would be uncomfortable and he doesn't want me to do it. I mean, obviously, I kind of want the knight there, but he just recaptures with his knight. I mean, now I could think about taking. It doesn't look too good. I don't want that queen to get involved in the defense of the king. All right, proceed with development. I don't see an immediate attack, but his king cannot be good there. He could not have done the right thing with that castle. And yet, I'm not seeing a way to take advantage of it. Okay, so it's between here and here for the bishop. And I don't want the bishop to get in the queen's way. So I'm just going to move it there. Okay, we got all the pieces developed. Obviously, I'll castle now. If nothing threatening from him. Let me look out for night forks, because that's what I fell for the last time. Let me just think of the places they can move. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that I think that pin is really bothering him, right? I wish my bishop were right there. Uh, I mean, if you can ignore your opponent's threat, do it. And it's not eminent. Let me just think. He's going to have like a discovery check on my bishop. Can he do anything that I would not be able to ignore with that knight? No, I can't ignore it. I'm pretty sure. If I fall to 2 minutes in time, I will stop. I will talk much less, but I still got time. Okay, so he's trying to do that discovery check, but I looked, there's nothing eminent, so I will take with the bishop. See, I liked the idea of my knight being here and guarding that square so my queen could come there. And when I move my knight, it's a discovery check on his knight. Maybe he'll sacrifice. That might be what you call a Greek gift. But I don't know. It's just hard for me to believe his position. Guys, I hung a piece. Ah, I gave him a knight for nothing. Gosh, I've just been playing so bad lately. It's I think the problem is every time I play, I'm like really tired. But who isn't tired all the time in our life? I don't think I was up 2 pawns. So I'm up 2 pawns for a knight. It's not impossible. His queen, his king is very exposed. It's not impossible. Let's get, well, first of all, I need to develop that knight. I need to move my rooks out and up. I thought he would do that. But will he be willing to go down the exchange to mess up my pawns? Well, he does want to mess up my pawns. Oh, this is very bad. He just won a pawn. I can't even lift my rook, can I? Because his knight is guarding it. Uh, I'll do it. Now we both have super exposed kings, and he's going to have two attackers. Yeah, he's got me, guys. He's got me good. Well played. I mean, I deserve it. I wasn't playing carefully enough. Yeah, he's this is gonna be me. So that's it. It seems oh, it's not me because I'm guarding with my pawn, but is not looking good. Okay, he moves his king over, and that'll be mate. Okay, I guess I can actually. No, no. The queen cuts off the king from retreat. There's nothing I can do. That's a resign. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. It's hard. It's hard out here. Um, cannot win two in a row. And I won't say I deserve to lose the first game too, but I am making some stupid mistakes right now. So try again later. Next time, my goal will be to come in with a really fresh mind. So thanks for watching. I'm Jacob Morris, and I am some guy playing chess.